Hi, I'm Cheyenne, and this is Rachel. We're both instructors here at Body Rock Pilates. We're excited to join with Memorial Hermann Resolution today and give you a 30-minute workout. Typically, our workouts are on these reformer machines, but we've modified our favorite exercises so that you can do them at home on a mat or on the floor, on a towel, anything that works for you. So no props, nothing else you need to add. And so we'll get started and show you exactly what you can do at home. All right, first we're gonna start with a little bit of a warm up. So really waking everything up, starting with our core. We want to draw everything in. So a bit of stretching at first, and then we'll slowly start to heat everything up. Okay, Rachel's gonna lay down, or she's gonna sit down first in a tabletop position. So Rachel, stack your shoulders up over your wrist. Knees are stacked underneath your hips here. There's about 2 fist width between her knees. Moving into a cat cow pose, I want you to lift your chin up towards the ceiling and send your tailbone towards the ceiling. Make a U shape in your spine here. Perfect. With your next exhale out of your mouth, tuck your chin under, tuck your tailbone under, and make a rounded, like a Halloween cat shape in your spine. Perfect. Big inhale, come back into your cow pose, chin up. And tuck under with your exhale into your cat. One more time, just like that. Big inhale through your nose, send your chin up, tailbone up, U shape in your spine. And with your exhale, tuck chin all the way towards your chest, tuck your tailbone underneath, nice rounded spine. Perfect. All right, Rachel, come all the way back into your tabletop position, this neutral spine here. Perfect. All right, take your right hand all the way up towards the ceiling, open your chest. We're gonna thread the needle. So take your right hand all the way underneath, thread it underneath your left arm, drop your right shoulder down towards your mat. Beautiful. See how her tailbone is still stacked and her hips are over her knees? Wonderful. A couple more times just like that. Take your right hand all the way back up towards the ceiling, open your chest. Beautiful. With your exhale, tuck your right hand underneath, thread through. See how her shoulder is all the way down on the mat. Just thread that needle all the way through. One more time, big inhale all the way up and open. Nice, exhale, thread all the way through. Beautiful. As you recover, take your right hand, stack it back underneath your shoulder, both hands underneath, come back into your tabletop to recover. Nice. Opposite side, left hand up towards the ceiling, open your chest. And thread all the way underneath. Now, left shoulders drop down to the mat. Beautiful. Big inhale, lift all the way back up. Open. Exhale, drop underneath, thread through. Nice. Big inhale all the way up. Open for your final one. And exhale, thread all the way through. We're gonna recover the same way, coming back into your tabletop, all the way underneath, right. Perfect. Nice neutral spine here. As we move into our bird dogs, she's gonna take her right hand, send it out towards the front of the mat, and then opposite leg. So left leg drops back, nice. You can tuck those toes underneath as you extend, or you can keep those toes tucked under, either way. And then with your next exhale, I want you to lift your right hand up and your left foot up, extending all the way through, making a long line all the way through your body. Beautiful. Now keep your arm and your leg long. I want you to drop both down and tap. Nice. Exhale, lift. Perfect. Tapping here for 5. Nice, lift. Tap 4. Beautiful. Up. Tap 3. 2. 1. This time I want you to draw your knee in, tuck towards your chest, and your elbow comes in. Thread all the way through. Tap. Beautiful. Now extend all the way back out. Tap down once. Lift back up. And you're gonna tuck underneath. Thread all the way through. Nice. Extend all the way out. Tap down. Lift up. Tuck underneath. 3 more just like this. Now if we were gonna modify a little bit more, if you don't like to curve all the way in, you can keep with those original extend and tap down. Beautiful. Lift up, and last one, all the way through. Extend all the way out, tap down once, and then come back to your tabletop here. Back into your neutral spine to recover, and we're gonna go the opposite side this time. So take your left hand forward, right foot back. Awesome. Big inhale. As you exhale, lift and extend all the way through. Beautiful. Tap down and lift. We're tapping for 5. Lift. Tap 4. Tap 3. 2. And 1. This time, as you lift up, exhale, thread that left hand through. Tap on your right knee. Nice. Extend all the way through. Tap once. Lift and curve that spine all the way through. Extend, tap, lift up, curve all the way through. Extend, tap, lift, and curl. And last one, extend all the way out. Tap down once, curve all the way through. Your final one, extend, tap, and recover in your tabletop position. Beautiful. All right, you're gonna tuck, sit, and then bring your feet forward so you can lay on your mat. All the way down, nice and slow. Beautiful. Go ahead and come up with your right foot only. Keep your left foot down on the mat. Now we're gonna lift and lower here. So right foot extends all the way out and lowers. We're using deep abs here to lift back up. So see how Rachel draws all the way in through her belly, lift and lower all the way up. We also can keep palms down on your mat, little counterbalance here, and drawing that belly button through towards your spine keeps your spine on the mat. Beautiful. All the way down and lift. One more just like that. Lift all the way up and then drop that right foot down. Left one extends towards the ceiling. And same thing, lower all the way down, lift all the way back up. A simple move, but you feel it deep in those abs for sure. All the way down, tap. Still keeping your spine extended, belly button pressed towards your spine. Beautiful, all the way back down. Wonderful. All right, this time we're gonna stack up those knees over your hips into a tabletop. So her knees are stacked over her hips. See how they're not towards her belly? And then her ankles are just above that knee line here. So they're not dropped down to her booty, they're lifted here. Okay, taking your right hand, extend all the way back behind you towards the back of the mat. And then your left foot is going to reach all the way out towards the top of the mat. Perfect, nice. All right, and then come all the way back through. Nice. Opposite hand up, perfect, yeah. And then opposite hand extends. And right one back. Left leg forward and return. All the way back and forward. Nice. Fully extend, keeping your belly engaged here, abs engaged, core nice and strong. Okay, one on each side. Opposite side here. Perfect. Keep your knees stacked over your hips, ankles above that knee line in your tabletop here. And then I want you to tap each toe down one at a time. Perfect. So you're hinging through your hip here, and that foot drops forward and down, but not dropping to your booty. So you're keeping that tabletop position, hinging through your hip, and using those deep abs to draw all the way up. So what we're using here are your transverse abdominis. So these actually wrap all the way around like a corset here, so all the way to your spine. So we want to draw all the way in nice and deep. All right, both feet at the same time now. Drop down and lift. Use those transverse abdominis all the way down and up. Nice, Rachel. And lift. Let's do 3 more here. Drop down. Squeeze, come all the way up. Beautiful. Down. And your last one, big exhale, drop, and draw all the way up. Beautiful. All right, you can drop both hands down and come all the way back down. Perfect. Moving on to our second section, we're gonna focus on our core, then our glutes, starting with our plank series, and then moving on to bridges. All right, now we're gonna move into a series with some planks, our favorite. So come into your first tabletop, Rachel. Find that neutral spine first. So we're back where we've been before, but this time to press back into a plank, I want you to send your feet all the way back. Step one at a time, tuck your toes underneath, nice. Long line from the crown of your head all the way through your heels here. Beautiful, just like that. Okay, nice. And a little modification here for a plank. So she can come down, drop her knees, but see how her knees are still behind her hips. So we haven't come back to that tabletop here. She's in her plank, it's just modified here. But if we wanted to layer up a little bit, so we always offer modifications and a layer. So now she's in her baseline plank, but if she wanted to go a little bit further here, spice it up, she's gonna lift one leg at a time. So extend all the way out. Beautiful, drop back down. Left side, all the way up and out. Or she can hold both feet down and alternate, sending each knee to her elbow. So see how she kind of tucks a little bit, sends into her side obliques as she draws on up. Nice. And all the way back. Do a couple more of those right there. Just like that. Nice. All the way back, and then come back into that plank. Awesome. We're gonna come down into a low plank and back up to a high plank. We'll also show some modifications for this. So she's gonna bend in her elbows, keep them tucked into your rib cage down. She's in a low plank. All right, lift all the way back up to high plank. This is super challenging. That's that up level here. She's gonna come all the way down to her belly for her low plank here. Beautiful, just like that. So if she's gonna modify here in that plank, she could keep her knees down and just lift back up. So her hands are still underneath her shoulders. She's gonna keep her knees down and lift her hips up, come back into that plank, that modified plank there, just like that. Perfect, okay, come all the way back down, come onto your belly. So we're done with those planks for now, but we would recommend coming into your plank and out of your plank several different reps, or you can hold for a whole 2 minutes, time yourself and see if each time you can get a little bit longer in your plank. All right, holding here, I want you to take your arms, lengthen them out along your body here. Perfect. Right, we're gonna come into an extension through your spine. So I want you to lift your chest up, press your arms back like you're drawing your shoulder blades together here. Beautiful, just like this. So this is gonna be our baseline one here to show an up level of this or a modification. So first our up level, press up, lift your legs all the way up to just her hip bones, just her hips are pressed down into this mat, just extending all the way back. Perfect. All right, come all the way down here. Now, if she was going to modify this, she's gonna take her hands underneath her shoulders and then press up again just slightly. And you can draw down a little bit. You don't need to go that far. You're just lifting all the way up, taking that modification here. Beautiful, just like that. All right, and come all the way down. Nice. All right, now we're gonna come back to your back. Yes. So come all the way back to your tabletop, slip underneath, come all the way down. Coming into glute bridges, beautiful. So keeping your feet on the floor, and we have that same 2 fist width between knees here. So just like we did in our tabletop, whenever we were face down. So lift all the way up. So you can press your hands down into your mat, and a slow lift of your hips. So starting with your tailbone, lift up, low back, mid back, come up, but our shoulders stay pressed down. You also want to keep your gaze up towards the ceiling. So see how Rachel's nose is still pointed towards the ceiling? Because you have a compromised cervical spine here, you don't want to look left and right. That could injure your neck here. So we keep a gaze directly up. She's holding here, squeezing through her glutes and the back of her legs here, holding a nice glute bridge. So to up level this, we can add some pulses. So drop down just 1 inch, Rachel, nice. Squeeze, press all the way back up. We also don't want to take our knees wide outside of our hips. So squeeze in just like an imaginary ball is between your knees here, nice. And then come all the way down for me. So starting from your shoulders to your tailbone, see how 1 vertebrae at a time comes all the way down. You're still pressing in, and then exhale, lift all the way back up for me. Beautiful, just like this. This time, her right foot's gonna lift all the way up towards the ceiling, extend through that leg, nice. We can add some pulses here as well, lifting up 1 inch and down 1 inch and pulsing, nice. All the way up and down. Pulse, 3, 2, 1. Let's even this out and switch to the opposite side. So we're gonna come all the way down and just switch it out. Either way. And then press, lift first, then extend your left leg all the way up. Nice. Pulse here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Drop all the way down and come down nice and slow, 1 vertebrae at a time. Beautiful. This time, lifting all the way up once again in this glute bridge. Take that right foot up towards the ceiling and then cross it over, dropping your right foot onto your left thigh. Beautiful, little figure 4 here. Just gonna do the same thing, pulsing down 1 inch, up 1 inch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, extend that right foot up towards the ceiling, lower your whole spine back down, and we're gonna come back up. So drop your right foot down, nice. Exhale, lift, extend your left leg towards the ceiling, drop it over your right thigh, figure 4. So she's still extending through her hip flexor because her left knee is sending forward. She's not sending it up towards the ceiling. She's still stretching all the way through here. Nice, and drop and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful, extend that leg all the way back up and come all the way down. Drop that foot onto the floor. Beautiful. Now we're gonna move right into one of our favorite exercises. Most of us use this at every class. They're hundreds. So they start out on the mat, but we have them on the reformer, one of our favorites. All right, so come into your stack your knees over your hips, come all the way up your tabletop, nice. Ankles are still above that knee line, knees are stacked over your hips. Bring your hands all the way up towards the ceiling. Draw your belly to your spine, nice and long, beautiful. Now she's gonna do a couple things at the same time here. She's gonna bring her hands all the way down to her hips, so bringing them forward and down, but at the same time, she's gonna lift her head, neck, and shoulders up and draw through her belly here, nice. Use those abdominals here, squeeze in your core, and then take your palms, face them down for me, and we're gonna pulse through your armpits here. So she's not pulsing through her wrists, she's moving her arms as they hold nice and long and extended. Pulse all the way up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To recover, hands come all the way up over her shoulders as she lays all the way back down. Nice, big inhale at the bottom. Exhale, extend, lift head, neck, and shoulders up. Nice, and we pulse here again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Hands come all the way back up. So a couple varieties here. We can add some legs. Now she's gonna draw through her belly, coming back to that work with those transverse abdominis here. This time, extend this left leg all the way out. See how she keeps her right knee over her right hip and her right ankle is still above that knee line. Perfect. Pulse again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Recover. Knee comes back up, nice. Head, neck, and shoulders down, arms up. And opposite side. Exhale, everything out and down. Nice, pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, nice, come all the way back up. This time, both of her legs are gonna come all the way out. She's gonna draw all the way through this core. Perfect, exhale, everything out and down. Pulse 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way back up. Beautiful. Now a little variety here on this one. At the same time, we're working in a little bit of coordination. And so as her hands come down, her head, neck, and shoulders come up, her legs come out. She's still gonna pulse her arms up and down, but her legs are gonna open side to side. So it takes a little bit more brain work here, connecting that mind and body, because your legs are opening side and your hands are pulsing up and down. So big exhale, draw everything out and down. Nice. As you pulse, you're gonna open, close. Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Knees tuck back in, hands over. Perfect. And then you can drop everything down. We love a good 100. So typically you would do enough of these to equal out to 100. And so if you want to keep doing more, add on, or do less, you can do modified hundreds there. Wow, perfect. In our final series, we're gonna stay standing, working on our lower body, starting with some squats and then moving into various lunges. Now we're gonna move on with various squats and lunges. A little bit of standing leg work. All right, first, Rachel's gonna get into a traditional squat right in the center. So she's gonna line up her knees stacked over her heels, and then she's gonna sit back as if she's sitting in a chair. See how she still has her knees over her heels and she's not sending her knees over her toes. Sitting back in a chair, long spine here, all the way from her crown of her head all the way into her tailbone. And then squeeze, lift all the way up without sending knees outside of your heels or in towards each other. So no pigeon here. And then all the way back down. Nice low squat. Nice. So each time she's gonna progressively try to get a little bit lower here. So if we're modifying today, just a couple inches is fine coming down. Show a modified one here. Just a little squat here. And then you'll work up towards it and get lower and lower each time. You can also level up a little bit, extending your arms all the way out here. Nice and long. Beautiful, Rachel. And then we're going to add some pulses here. This is another level up if you like. So hold at the bottom on this next one. Nice. Pulse here for me, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze, lift all the way back up. Beautiful. We're gonna do that 2 more times. This time only pulsing twice here. Pulse 2, 1, and lift all the way back up. Nice. And last one, just pulsing, and then lift all the way back up. Beautiful. Last one, and we're just gonna hold and end with these squats in the center. Beautiful. Nice. Squeeze all the way up. We're gonna move right into a lunge. But for this, we're going to add a towel here. A little towel, or if you have a slider or anything that can move easily, maybe one fuzzy sock at a time on each foot, that works too. So see how Rachel extends that back leg, nice and long, lifts her heel up, stacks over her toe, but what we're gonna stay stable in is this front leg, her left leg right now. So her left knee is still gonna stay over her left heel. So squeeze into that left leg, sit, push back, and then send that back leg all the way down. Come all the way down into your lunge. Beautiful. Now squeeze those inner thighs together, rise all the way back up, but keep that back leg nice and long here. All the way back down. Beautiful. Same thing here that we did with our squats to level up. She's gonna extend her arms all the way out and up, but she still keeps her spine nice and long, so no big arching in your back. Nice. We can add in what we call scooters here. So all the way down, she's gonna hold in this left leg, but bend in her right knee, draw that towel all the way forward. Press all the way back, squeeze those inner thighs together, rise all the way up. That's one scooter. You're gonna hold down, nice. One scoot, push all the way back, squeeze, lift all the way up. Now one more just like this. Same thing here, coming down, scoot, press back, rise up. And then this time she's gonna hold down and scoot for 5 here. This is a nice challenge, so omit this if we're modifying today, or maybe this is something that you can work up to. These are scooters. And then rise all the way up, recover. Beautiful. Now she's gonna turn and open up her hips here. Moving into a single leg squat. So she's gonna keep this left knee over her left heel. Keep her right leg long. That right heel is lifted, but her toes are down. Squeeze and sit back into this left side. Nice. Just like that chair that we sat in for our squats in the center. She's gonna shift on that side. Nice. Lift all the way up. So her weight is in this left foot. She has a nice balance here. Left big toe, left pinky toe, left heel. Keeps her nice and stable all the way down. We're gonna add a skater here. This is a nice level up. Again, same as we did with our lunges and the scooters. You can level up to this, work up to it. All right, hold low in your left leg, bend in your right knee. Nice. And that's one skater all the way out. Rise back up. We're gonna do that 2 more times, just like that. Come all the way down, bend in that right knee, draw in, press back out, rise all the way up. One more time, just like that. Bend, draw in, press out, rise up. And this last one, she's gonna hold and we're gonna skate for 5. These burn. Nice, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend back out, squeeze those inner thighs together, rise all the way up. Perfect. Great. And now we're gonna end with some surfer's lunges. So side lunges here. Throwing that towel away. Nice little turn out here. And this time, instead of keeping one knee stable over the heel like we do in our single leg squats, she's going to lunge from side to side. So really using her inner thighs here, but also her quads and her glutes are gonna help her out. All right, so bend in one knee, shift to that same side that you're bending in. Beautiful, shifting all the way over. Now use inner thighs, squeezing your glutes, shift all the way through center to the opposite side. Beautiful, just like that. And now shift all the way back, up and over. Nice. And the deeper you get, the harder it is. So if you wanna modify a bit, you're just barely shifting over. Nice, nice little modification, just shifting your weight from side to side. And let's give one last one on each side. And then draw all the way up and draw together. Perfect. Thank you so much for having us. We have loved showing you a nice 30-minute workout that hopefully you can do at home or while you're traveling here. These are our favorite exercises on the reformer that we've now used on the mat or just standing using a towel. Thank you so much for having us, and thank you to Memorial Hermann Resolution.